You've searched for the Garmin Forerunner 965 review. You want to know if this watch lives up to the hype. Today, I'm giving you a brutally honest breakdown, the pros, the cons, and the one deal-breaker feature most reviewers are missing. For the best price, click the link in the description. But here's what surprised me. After a year of daily use, I found myself charging this premium running watch far less often than I expected. However, I'm about to tell you exactly why that might not matter, and why the Garmin Forerunner 965 might be the best fitness watch ever made, or a colossal waste of your money. Stick with me because this isn't your typical review. This is about survival in a sea of data. 1. The hook and the hidden truth. /N. Let's get right into it. The Garmin Forerunner 965 is a monster. It has everything. A stunning AMOLED display, the latest multiband GPS, every running metric you can dream of, and battery life that puts the competition to shame. You've probably seen the specs. Therefore, you're wondering if it's worth upgrading from a 945 or a 255. But I need to rewind for a second. What if I told you the most important feature isn't the display or the battery? It's something you'll never see on a spec sheet. It's the sheer weight of expectation. You buy this watch thinking you'll become a better athlete, but the watch doesn't make you better. The data just makes you more anxious if you don't use it right. And that's our first major twist. This watch is a high-performance data factory strapped to your wrist. However, without a plan, you're just a confused foreman staring at gauges you don't understand. /N. So, let's unpack the physical truth. The Forerunner 965 is light at 53 grams. It's comfortable. The titanium bezel gives it a premium feel that the older plastic models lacked. The AMOLED screen is gorgeous. It's vibrant, even in direct sunlight. And here's the first mini promise, that beautiful screen comes with a hidden tax. Garmin's always been about battery life, right? The promise of weeks, not days. With the 965, you have to choose. Always-on display for a truly watch-like experience, or gesture mode to save battery. In gesture mode, you get about 23 days as a smartwatch. With always-on, that plummets to about 5 to 6 days. Still incredible compared to an Apple Watch, but a stark reminder that beauty has a price. And battery anxiety is for smartphones, not Garmin's. Therefore, this is the first compromise you must make. Do you want a stunning screen you can always see, or do you want to forget what a charger looks like? I chose gesture mode. My battery lasts weeks. My vanity lasted about 5 minutes. /N. Now, the GPS. It's the new multiband, multi-constriction kind. That's a fancy way of saying it's scarily accurate. I tested it on tree-covered trails, downtown between skyscrapers, and it locked on fast and held the line. The track was a razor-sharp representation of my route, no drunken sailor wobbles. But here's a joke for you. What did the GPS satellite say to the Garmin Forerunner 965? I've got you surrounded, come out with your hands up. Because this thing uses everything. GPS, GLONASS, Galileo. It's overkill. Glorious, beautiful overkill. For 99% of runners, the standard GPS on a cheaper Forerunner is fine. Therefore, the 965's GPS is for the 1% who get genuinely angry when their Strava map looks like they took a detour through a pond they definitely did not run through. It's for the data purists. It's for me. I love it, but is it worth hundreds extra? Open loop, we'll circle back. 2. The deep dive data heaven or data hell. /N. This is where the Forerunner 965 separates the casual jogger from the data-obsessed athlete. It has all the standards, VO2 max, training status, load, recovery time, but it also has the new ones, Hill score and endurance score. Hill score measures your capability on inclines. Endurance score estimates how long you can sustain activity. Useful? Potentially. Overwhelming? Absolutely. I woke up one day and my watch told me my endurance was maintaining. I felt judged by an algorithm. It was like my watch was a disappointed coach saying, "You could be better, but you're not." Thanks, Garmin. My self-esteem needed that with my morning coffee. Let's talk about the star of the show, the new training readiness score. This is Garmin's attempt to synthesize all your data, sleep, stress, recovery, load, into one simple number telling you if you should go hard or take it easy. The promise is magical, no more guessing. The reality, it's brilliant when it aligns with how you feel and utterly confusing when it doesn't. I felt fantastic with a low readiness score. I felt terrible with a high 1. Therefore, you must learn not to be a slave to it. Use it as a guide, not a gospel. This is the central tension of the 965. It gives you more data than any human needs, but the real skill is learning what to ignore. Otherwise, you'll be the person refusing to run because their watch says their HRV is unbalanced. /n/n, and then there's the music. Yes, it stores music. You can download Spotify playlists, connect Bluetooth headphones, and run phone-free. It works. But the interface for managing playlists on the watch is, let's call it, deliberate. It's not snappy. It feels like a utility, not an experience. Here's joke number 2. Managing playlists on the Garmin 965 is so slow, my motivational running mix became a meditation playlist by the time it loaded. The promise of a phone-free run is fantastic. The execution is functional, not fun. Therefore, if seamless music is your top priority, you might glance at an Apple Watch, but then you'd be charging it every night, and where's the fun in that? /n/n, let's touch on smartwatch features. Notifications, Garmin Pay widgets, they're fine, they work. The 965 is a competent smartwatch, but it's not an Apple Watch. It won't let you reply to texts with your voice. It won't run a million apps, and that's the point. This is a tool for focus. It gives you what you need to train and get on with your life without the constant distraction of a full-blown smartwatch. It's for the person who wants to disconnect from their phone but stay connected to their goals. But is that you? Or do you just want a fancy toy? Another question to ponder. /n/n now, the maps. The built-in topographical maps are incredible for a runner. You can see trails, streets, elevation. You can navigate a course without your phone. It's a safety net and an exploration tool. I used it on an unfamiliar trail system, and it saved me from several wrong turns. However, mini twist, you will almost never use this feature unless you're a serious trail runner or adventurer. For road runners, it's a nice-to-have party trick, a very, very expensive party trick. Therefore, ask yourself honestly, how often are you truly running blind in the wilderness? If the answer is never, this is a cost you're carrying for a capability you won't use, like buying a pickup truck to haul groceries once a week. 3. The resolution, who is this watch actually for? /n, we've dived deep. We've seen the stunning screen, the insane GPS, the ocean of data. So, who wins with the Garmin Forerunner 965, and who loses? Let's resolve this. /n, the 965 is a masterpiece for the serious endurance athlete who values data above all else. The triathlete, the marathoner chasing a BQ, the ultra runner. If you live by your training load, scrutinize your lactate threshold, and plan your seasons around your race predictor, this is your watch. The battery life means you can wear it for a full Ironman and still have juice for weeks after. The maps are a genuine tool for your adventures. The data is your coach. For you, the price is justified. It's the cost of doing business at a high level. Therefore, if you're in this camp, the link in the description is your next stop. This watch is a worthy upgrade. /n/n, but, and this is the big but, the 965 is likely overkill for the casual or even intermediate runner. If you run a few times a week to stay fit, if you just want to track your distance, pace, and heart rate, the Forerunner 265 offers 95% of the experience for significantly less money. It has the same gorgeous AMOLED screen. It has most of the key training metrics. It lacks the maps, the multiband GPS. It has standard, which is great, and some of the niche scores like Hill Score, but you probably don't need those. Therefore, buying the 965 as a casual runner is like buying a Formula One car to commute to the office. You're paying for performance you'll never use, and the learning curve is steep. You'll be overwhelmed. Joke 3. Using a Forerunner 965 for a 5K fun run is like using the Hubble telescope to check if your neighbor mowed their lawn. It works, but it's a lot of power for a simple job. /n/n, what about the deal breaker I mentioned? It's not a flaw in the watch, it's a flaw in us. The deal breaker is data paralysis. This watch can feed you so much information that you stop listening to your body. You ignore a niggle because your training readiness is high. You force a workout because your watch says you're unproductive. The 965 is a powerful tool, but it requires a powerful mind to wield it. You must be the master, not the servant. Otherwise, it becomes a $600 source of anxiety. That's the hidden truth. The watch is technically perfect. The human using it is the variable. /n/n, so, final verdict time. After months of testing, the Garmin Forerunner 965 is, objectively, the most capable running watch on the planet. The battery life is a game changer. The display is stunning. The accuracy is unquestionable. It is the pinnacle. However, final contrarian snapback, that doesn't mean you should buy it. The best tool isn't the one with the most features. It's the one you'll use effectively. For the data-driven pro, it's a 10/10, a must-buy. For the fitness enthusiast, it's a luxury that might complicate your life more than it improves it. /n/n, before you click buy, ask yourself, am I buying this for the specs or for the results? Will this data make me faster or just more stressed? If your answer is focused on performance and you have the budget, you will not regret it. It's an incredible piece of engineering. And for my final joke, what's the difference between a Garmin Forerunner 965 and a motivational speaker? The Garmin actually gives you useful feedback, even if it's telling you to take a rest day. /n/n, if you've decided the Garmin Forerunner 965 is the right tool for your journey, I've done the price hunting for you. For the absolute best current price on Amazon, click the link in the description below. That's where you'll find the best deal. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive. If this helped, drop a like, subscribe for more honest reviews, and hit the bell. Now get out there and run, but only if your watch says you're ready. Just kidding. Listen to your body first, your watch second. See you next time.